Yeah, things spawning right when you're about to...
Good running tactical for you again. This is where the dark ether trail went cold.
Things spawning right when you are,
Oh, Petra's calling. I'll patch her into the
about
field.
to be teleported. Also sucks to not keep the banner up.
Not exactly.
Yay, Titan falling.
Kara claims territory in this region.
I've patrolled this range
Alright.
dozens of times. I'd have noticed a dragon.
So,
They have a history.
Strand Titan makes this easy. You just gotta run Banner War with a sword. Obviously, solo op during this season has made this a lot easier with the extra damage. So, my weapons of choice is a 1-2 punch shotgun, a Zauli's Bane for the solar perks, and Lament for this first encounter. Yep. There are way faster ways to do this, but we're not going for speed here. We're going for safety first and trying to help people get a solo flawless clear if they're struggling over speed, efficiency, and like super optimal damage. Without loadout swaps, without much of that. Throughout this run I have one loadout swap. Where I switched to Pyros during the ogre fight. This run assumes that you know how the mechanics work. And so I will not be teaching how the mechanics work throughout the course of this. But I will be doing my best to explain what I'm doing and why. Currently, just trying to keep these guys down because they freaking suck. And I'm gonna get my 1-2 punch to go first, and then grapple melee and shotgun straight into my super to then try to do as much damage as possible to him in my super. And if you have your super every time, it turns into a 3-phase, but it's really more of a 4-phase just based on lament damage. If you can get the cap going every time, then you'll do a lot better. If you know how to navigator swap, you can also do that strat to melee things. But this whole thing is designed to not have to loadout swap a whole ton and do our best. So I used my grapple there because I wanted to get the strand ball, but Lament is a good choice because it heals you as well as doing damage. And if he knocks you back, then you have a safe spot to go to. I saw I was running out of time, so I decided to use the uppercut one more time, just to see if I could do a little bit extra damage. Corrupted raiders suck because they blast you backwards, so it's a good idea to try and get rid of them as fast as you can. My Banner of War has 10 seconds left. But I'm gonna attempt to prolong it as long as I can. Remember to go over and cap point. I'm only going to cap 1 because I was busy getting my banner back. Getting banner back is more important than getting a optimal DPS phase, because you want to keep that healing going at all times. One, two, three, uppercut. 1, 2, 3, uppercut. 1, 2. keep things going. One more DPS phase will get us there, even with Lament. If I had capped the other one, then I would have gotten a 3-phase, but instead I wanted to keep Banner War going because it's more important to keep the health up. Hi, Lee! Oh, there you are. All of the things are over here, which is great to try and cap. Well, anytime you get a tangle, throwing it at your feet will really help you out. I'm not really worried about the enemies on me because I have Banner War. I couldn't get my combo off, but hey, still a 3-phase. Good to go. Woohoo. Or 4-phase. Yeah. Woo. Check the thing. 3 left, 3 right. Pretty straightforward. I just like to shoot the ones that are right in front of me directly to the left immediately.
That was a chimera. It must be the Ankar's avatar.
This is something I've been meaning to do for some time now. Hey! Don't get that too often. Terrible. I usually stay on strand until I get to the next boss fight because it's much easier to go places and you can just kind of ignore a lot of things spawning in. Of course, you can take your time if you want to. And kill absolutely everything. Personally, I have opted not to do that. Because I'm lazy. Go over, and you go under. I like to run directly at this wall. You just skip that. We jump over. If you know where you're going, you can literally just sprint through everything and you don't have to worry about. This is just a right turn as soon as you come up. And when you fall down. Piece of cake. I like cake. I also like cake. Falling platforms here you can jump on as long as you know to jump off them as soon as you jump off it. Because it falls down, but you don't have to avoid them. Usually I like to wait for a grapple here so I can just skip all of these ads. If you have Banner War going, then all of this doesn't matter. because you just heal as you go. Skips a really annoying section of a bunch of enemies and snipers and stuff because you don't need it. Now for this boss, what I like to do is I like to run a succession. This succession tends to have Lead from Gold and Vorpal on it. You could also run a reconstruction one, which honestly I think I want to grab instead. This way, even if you miss shots, then it can just kind of reload itself. I also run Dragon's Breath. Now with Dragon's Breath, you want to be very careful with it because Dragon's Breath can blow you up during the DPS phase. So you never want to run directly into where the Dragon's Breath is going, even if you're picking up ammo or something like that, because it will just blow you up. So I also run Loreley. This just keeps you alive a lot easier if you run into a situation. But right before the DPS phase happens, I switch to a Pyro build. I'm running Burning Maul with a hammer and a heal nade, and I will hit him with the Burning Maul super and fire a rocket, and then switch back to this loadout. That way I can do max damage while I'm swapping loadouts, because I'm on controller, and swapping loadouts takes a little bit of extra time. So, I also like to camp the left side of the map. That doesn't mean you can't kill enemies on the right side of the map, because they will shoot you, and it gets really annoying. But if you hang out in this general vicinity, the ogre can't hit you because you have that wall right there. I also like to shoot all but one eye until I clear out all the ads in a place. This way I can just be ready to get rid of the ads whenever I feel like I need to. And I can start a DPS phase when there's less stuff up. Boss go boom. Yep. So these guys here will absolutely wreck your shit. So I always deal with them first before sending in the cap guys. So we'll go over here, and I get ready with my sniper, and I put them to very low health. And I wait for him to spawn his thing. As soon as he spawns it, you kill him. And this should cap them, if not directly on top of each other, close to on top of each other. I'm watching my Biting Cold, and as soon as it hits times 6.5-ish, I always run to the thing, even if I'm just about to cap it, because you can always run right back to go and cap it. Yeah, it only needs 7 seconds, you got plenty of time, you can just run back and get it. So that gives us 2. And something to remember is that after every section, almost got blasted off the map there, after every time this happens, there is 2 snipers that spawn on both sides of the map. So you want to go over and make sure that you kill the snipers on either side. And then do it again and get the other 2. I usually get all 4 before I bank them, because I feel that it's much easier to just bank them all at one go. I know that they were going to spawn in, so I just kind of hung out for a second. It's a special brick. That's what I wanted. I didn't miss a shot. What do you mean? So now while I have a second here, I'm going to switch to my fusion rifle, because I'm going to use the fusion for DPS over the sniper rifle. And I know I capped the other 2. There's a wall open between me. I have enough time to be able to switch to my other weapon. We're going to clear out the snipers again. Something else to note is just where all the heavy ammo is around the map, so that way you know where you need to go to pick up more heavy, or you can pick up heavy during DPS phase. So once again, I'm gonna just knock out all but one eye. Usually what I do is I leave one eye up on one side of the map that I'm not going to be running to right away, so this way it doesn't spawn in the next section. It's a special brick. If you want to be safe jumping up, go up the stairs. Don't try to jump all the way up top, and this will always let you get where you need to go instead of getting pushed back by the ogre. He'll still push you back occasionally, but... So what I usually do with DPS here is I do a weird formation as a solo player. I'm also going to clear out enemies so they're not shooting me during the DPS phase. They will spawn in the middle of DPS, but this way you can do a bit of ad clear and you're not getting absolutely blasted by grenades. Hi, Drip. So I do an X pattern, and the reason I do that X pattern is so that when the enemies spawn in, they're not going to be hitting me during the final DPS phase, and technically it makes the ogre walk a little bit farther. This takes a little bit of extra time because you're doing a lot more ad clear than is really necessary, but it also gives you ammo for future points, and it makes it relatively easy to move around. So when I'm ready to go into DPS, the first thing I'm going to do, and this way I can go over here, I'm going to hide behind a wall so I'm not being blasted, and I'm going to switch over to my pyro build. My other build has a sniper on it, so I gotta do a bit more changing. When I'm ready to go, I'm gonna go over here, and I'm going to come over to the far side, pop my super, fire a rocket, and then change. And I have a sniper on that, so... Throw my heal nade first, and then what we're going to do is we're going to run across to this one over here. And then step in when you're ready. And don't forget your hammer, because it makes a sunspot. I have another moment to switch that. Just got to change my loadout quick. Now I'm going to run across to the bottom. Now, my hammer will also do a weaken effect, but I'm not going to do that effect until I'm on the final spot, because if I do it sooner, then I might need it to deal with the enemies. Now, something else you could do is you have time while he's biting cold, as long as it doesn't hit times 10, where I'm just going to run around a little bit and pick up some more ammo so I have more for DPS. So now I throw my hammer at him because there's no enemies around. Give him that weaken effect. And we're out. Pick up some ammo. Switch the weapon back. Good to go. Now, because I'm hanging out on this side of the map, I'm going to destroy the eyes on that side of the map. Now, I want to make sure these enemies are dead, because I am going to change my loadout and save it. That way I could switch to what I want to switch to. 4 phase, maybe 5. Probably end up being a 5 phase. I didn't get maximum damage in the last one. I also need to make sure to kill the Minotaurs, because the Minotaurs will, be very, very annoying. Now, there's going to be another set of enemies that spawn in a second here, so I said I'm not going to bring in the next wave until we kill them. Being shot from over here. I just don't want to have to deal with it. Alright. So now we go. There's a nice overlap right here. Watching my biting cold. So I only capped the one, but I needed to get out of it. I know I have 10 seconds to get back, so I'm just gonna go ahead and come back over there and cap that last part. And now we go back over. It's gonna be a set of snipers that come in. One thing at a time. Don't try to overwhelm yourself with a billion things you gotta do. Deal with one thing at a time. There's another wave of enemies coming in, so we wait for the enemies, then we go with the Blight. The ogre's blasting you, find some cover, wait till he stops. Hello. Don't know where you came from. By putting that wall up, it also kind of helps with when you need to run away. So I got them both. I'm just going to go ahead and run away. Now, if you have time, technically speaking, you can pick up the thing and dunk it while while the biting cold is going on, because holding the ball of flame actually removes the stacks of cold. But you're risking getting hit by the snipers when they spawn and these eyes when they spawn. So only do it if you feel like you have enough time. So what I usually like to do when I dunk them is I like to keep that eye that's up in the sky, because I feel that its distance being farther away means that it probably won't hit me when I go dunk the balls. Be aware of your surroundings, be aware of where the ogre is, and be aware of you moving around. So that way when you go dunk the balls, the ogre's moved around, you know what wall is near you, so that way you're able to go and hide if he starts blasting you off the map, which often he does. Snipers are still up. Thought I killed them, so we gotta go deal with that. The ogre does like to charge you when he gets to lower health, so it's something to just kind of keep in mind. Hey, this goes on. Mantling bad. Where'd they go? I saw snipers. Fire back. There he is. He's hiding from me. So once again, I'm gonna go ahead and switch my loadout again to my pyro build, so I'm ready to go. I think clear out ads this time, just so we can see what the difference is. Being mindful of where the he has a rocket attached to him. Always gonna melee my feet, so I got a sunspot going. I'm gonna go ahead and go across to the bottom here. I don't want to throw my hammer at him yet, because I know that if I was to throw my hammer at him, I'd be losing my ability to deal with any enemies that would run up to me. And then by doing this far one, the enemies won't be able to come up to me. And then you're done. So now when I come back here, all I have to do is switch my sniper, because I already have the loadout. Just rinse and repeat. So that's what we're gonna do. All right. Jerks. I'm gonna go a little bit speedier here, because the ogre fight is the longest part by far. If you're radiant, that is a 4-shot. Watching for snipers. Hey, AK. Alright. Ad wave dead, now we deal with the eye. How many mods are sleeping right now? I still have the snipers on the other side to deal with. If anybody is watching this in the future, well, all you're watching in the future, but when we don't have the solar explosions going on, what's happening there is it is an artifact perk that makes any critical hit with a solar attack given ignition. So, that is why everything is exploding when I kill it with my Zaoulis, and why I'm choosing Zaoulis over everything else. This Zaoulis also has incandescent and explosive payload on it. And for everybody wondering, because I know you're wondering, it's iridescent coral as the shader. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and hide behind the wall, switch over to my pyro build. Now let's go to the far side over here. Rocket! While the super's going off, swap. And hit him with another rocket. So gotta be careful when he runs up on you, because if he runs up on you, then... I had a heavy brick sitting on there, so I saved it till the third one. That way I knew that I would have a heavy brick ready to go. Now we go over to the last spot. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? You will. Taking the path that I do during this might seem a little irrelevant, but when you have the ogre start chasing you down, you're going to be really thankful that you're taking that path because he has longer to run, and he'll get stuck on the little pillars. I have the minotaurs to kill again, but it's okay. I'm gonna have to do an extra one. And missed one. Is that about it? Still have snipers on the other side, so still gonna go deal with them. Might as well go for 2, because if I miss another one, then I have to go for 2 on the last one, so, like, going for 2 on this one just makes more sense. Way to go, Snorlax. I did get my cats. I am a Wishbringer. Whatever the title is called. Not radiant right now. Wishbearer. Okay. Yo, collateral! So, watch for the snipers. I'm trying not to double jump throughout the whole thing, because the more you double jump, the more likely you'd get pushed off the map. So you're really only double jumping when you're in over cover. There's cover behind you. You might see me double jump so that I know that he's not going to push me off the map. Just don't jump! Right. Easy. How are you going to work? So we're gonna put pyros on again. You have to speed there! Rocket, super. Change loadouts. Now, he's coming up right up to me, so I'm not going to hit him with another rocket yet, because I know that if I hit him with another rocket, oh, well, he shoved me into this one, so we're just here. And now he's right here. So now actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way across to here. I know if I was to hit myself with another Dragon's Breath rocket, that he would have just ran up to me and killed me. So I'm also gonna put this pillar between me and the enemies, so that way the enemies have a little bit tougher time arcing their grenades. But easy clap. Ogre done. Immediately switch back to strand. At this point in time, I put on strand, and I like to run my Synthos over Warm Gods because I feel it's a lot easier. I will run this loadout for the remainder of the run. Sunshot just does really, really well. Somehow I am missing a resilience mod somewhere. That didn't work. What am I missing my resilience on? Huh. Boy. Also are gonna want the tall wall, and I want to grapple. I put the wrong strand build on, is that why? That's it. There. I want to grapple. Getting lost, it's been a while. Normally I'd say get Banner of War here, but I can't. Like I could, but it's not really worth it. Watch out for this guy, he likes to jump backwards and shove you off the map. So here I'm gonna get a Banner of War and throw a Tangle at my feet. Just to give myself some more woven mail, because all of these things that run up to you. So a lot of people are like really terrified of this room. This room is nothing special. You just need to hug the right side of the map. You don't need grapples, you don't need swords, nothing like that. This rock will fall, but again, you can stand on it for 2 seconds, so just jump on it and run by it. Okay, ignore the enemies behind you. As long as you don't bother them, they won't bother you. What I like to do is I wait for this blast to happen, then you run straight by it, and you jump onto this wall. When you're on this wall, as long as you just hug the side, you're fine. You just jump straight up onto this little rock, and then you just jump over to the other side. Don't have to take any detours, don't have to jump into the smoothing rocks. You literally just hug the right side and you go all the way up. I don't like using my super right here because I like using it in the next section, but sometimes it's necessary. So you could grapple to each thing here, but we're going to play it a little bit safer due to this being a solo flawless attempt. Falling rock, phalanx. There are wizards over here that will absolutely wreck you from behind if you don't deal with them. So I deal with them. And we got a phalanx. And now as a strand titan, you want to take advantage of this. This grapple point right here. Absolutely wrecks everything. It was the song. Usually you just use your strand super there, but I didn't have it, so we just improvised and used the grapple point, and then sun shot, easy clap. So for this fight, I'm using the loadout that I have on. There's no loadout swaps. It's just keep your banner of war up and do your best. Reconstruction on the sniper to not have to worry about it. First thing I always do is I run up here and I melee this. This way I can get my banner of war going, and then we back up. Now I'm going to hug the left side of the map during this fight, and I will also be only dealing with the one side guy. There's no reason to kill both of them if you're only going to stand in two of the things anyway. It might take a little bit longer, but it's a lot safer. You don't have to deal with a lot of stuff. So a lot of times I'm just going to ignore like these blights. I'm not going over there, so there's no reason for me to get rid of them. Now this blight, on the other hand, I should get rid of it because I am going to be standing over there. When I'm ready to go, I will go ahead and hit the sunshot, just the middle eye, and it destroys the eyes. I'll go ahead and hit that. Same thing as I did in the other fight. I'm going to try to lower him, and then when I lower him far enough, go up in melee, throw this in the way, and we're going to just do some ad clear while I watch the timer from my corruption. When it disappeared, it went to 0 faster than that. I was at like 5 or something like that, and it just instantly went to 0, so I meleeed him to get rid of it. So now because I have Banner War up, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my thing here. Hi Fade. Thank you for the follow. You can just jump that if you have a running start. Now in this part, you definitely want to hug the right side area. The right side here is a lot safer than the left side is. Just due to having this wall here and you have a spot that you can back up to. The only thing that sucks is there's this blight that likes to spawn right there. Succession shot gets rid of it, no problem. Same thing, gonna have that ready to go. The explosion killed him, so we're just gonna cap one right now. I could go for the double cap here, but I don't really want to. I'm just gonna get my corruption transferred and then make sure you run away. Don't try to jump over him. Don't try to outmaneuver him. You're just going to end up hurting yourself in the end. So currently surrounded, so I'm gonna go ahead and take advantage of that. But I also I know that my banner of war ran out. So what I want to do is get it back. The wizards respawn. I'm on the right side, so I'm going to take out the eyes on the right side, because the farther away you are, the less likely things are going to beam you. And we want to take out these wizards, but if I'm being blasted from the front, then it's better for me to go to cover in the back. Deal with the wizard. Deal with the blight. Deal with the scions. Destroy the thing, and get ready for dealing with your guy. So he's ready to go, I'm ready to grapple him. Just gonna wait for him to drop his thing, and then I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna grapple, melee, tangle my feet, and if you put a wall up, you're protecting yourself. As soon as they're both capped, I transfer my corruption. I'm not gonna wait till 0 to transfer my corruption because there's just no reason to put it that low. If he ends up transferring it to you, then you have less time to transfer it back, and everything really sucks. My banner ran out again, so I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. Remember, you're doing damage, so it doesn't matter how you're doing damage to him. If I use heavy now or I save it for later, it doesn't matter because it's all my damage. So whether or not I have heavy or not, it's all going to be used in the same place. So after initially getting rid of all of this stuff, I'm going to hide in the back left side of the map. This gives me plenty of cover, and I can still hit the boss. The only thing that sucks is that blight spawns on top of you. As soon as I feel ready, I will take out the middle eye again. That will spawn in the guy. I know that the blight spawned on me, so snipe it. He can see me, so I'm going to put a wall up. This also blinds the guy. And I'll transfer it and run away. I have reconstruction on, so I know that I know I have plenty of time that I could go and cap the other one, but again, we're playing the safe method here. We're not trying to overdo it. We're not trying to go absolutely ham on DPS. I also ran out of Banner of War there, so I went ahead and used Banner of War. Also, this has surrounded and rewind rounds on it. I like rewind better than reconstruction because if I die, then I don't have to rebuild it. I'm not gonna go and change my weapon for one run through of this. Rewind wounds, yeah. Lots of ammo. And get rid of the eye. Oh, didn't mean to do that. So see, I played it risky there, and I ended up transferring it at the last moment. But I also know my banner war is now out, so I can do that, and then I'm gonna miss DPS entirely because I'm trying to stay alive, but it wasn't even worth it. The other wizard get killed? I think he did. I don't know what the timing on the wish is, 'cause thing's busted. I would've went for the other one, but like, I don't know what time it was. Alright, so now I wanted to keep my banner war going before I sent it, which is what I did. And quickly grab ammo. And the point of this is to keep Banner of War up during the entire DPS phase. Know that it takes 2 shots of your Sunshot to kill the eyes. Alright. You can always abandon this DPS phase if you feel like you're not doing enough damage or you need to just survive. But the main priority always is to keep Banner of War going. And if you can do that, then you're doing good. It should tell you in the drop section in your dashboard. Three shots should do it. Do, 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 do. All you need is sunshine. I know super. The super doesn't do that much damage to him unless you're right next to him. So I'm really just holding my super to deal with ads if I run into a situation. I need to get my banner back easily. Always try to put you between the pillar and the boss. Now he's not running at me, so I'm gonna run at him. Yeah, I could. Or I don't have to. Now my banner's about to run out, so I need to go up here and get a kill. And we're gonna get some woven mail by throwing that tangle down, and now do damage to him. I don't like this bottom floor. Something to keep in mind is the eyes are also enemies, so if you need to keep your banner up relatively quickly, you always have the option to go ahead and just shoot the eyes, and that'll give you 3 kills really quickly. Alright. Pick up ammo, and we're off to see the wizard. Banner went down. Banner back up. Add clear into the cubby hole. Did a bit more ad clear on the way, so we can just start going. It's probably gonna kill him. Try to make sure that I cap both of them before transferring my corruption, otherwise then he just comes back and hits me again. And then you gotta transfer it twice. Now I'm watching my banner of war there's a chance that it would run out, so I decided to go to the back of the map and hide a little bit, so that way I could take care of the wizards and not be blasted by the boss as much. I always have an escape route perfectly hidden over here. My banner's gonna run out. Didn't fire. That was weird. At any point in time, you could use your super to add clear if you wanted to, or if you want to save it like I'm doing. There's a very high chance I won't use my super the entire fight. I'd rather have it for if I need it, than not use it for, you know, for no reason whatsoever. This is one of those instances where it's a good idea to keep. Hi, cat. I have no idea. Where's the other one? It's up here. Apparently I'm surrounded and it works up here. I don't really want to send him. Well, that sucks. Just trying to keep my banner of war up. That's what's going on right now. We kept it up somehow. Alright, just gonna go ahead and skip that. Maybe one more go around, maybe two. So I kind of want to change sides for sake of getting ammo, but like, I can just get ammo through the course of the fight. Just need to run up here and grab some. being up front is bad. You can still get overly stacked and destroyed. So I can see that there's a blight coming down. I'm gonna wait for it. And then we'll go. Keeping an eye on him, making sure that he's distracted. Hopefully matchmaking isn't busted. Wizard. Sure, the wizards are dead because they will beam you, and it sucks. That one and this one, because I'm on that side of the map, so I always want to just have that path open. By hugging this wall, I'm making the boss shoot this wall. Always make sure that corruption got transferred. You can see I meleeed with the first time, so I just want to be sure. My Banner of War is about to run out, so I need to make sure I get that back before going to damage. I don't know, I need only a little bit of damage to send him, and this floor is... Honestly, I think that the second floor is the best, and this floor is the worst. Banner of War ran out again, make sure you get it back. Always let Scion split to get more kills. Sunshot just destroys. Oh, that worked out. I run the same loadout on all three classes. The only difference is you want a Warlock, you want Heat Rises, and on a Hunter I use Devour. Assassin's Cowl is also an option, but I find that it's... You're very reliant on its melee attack, which makes it harder. I didn't miss, what do you mean? The imminent wish timer glitched again, so... Good run Cataclysmic if you don't have Briars. Bait and switch is just as good. Taipan's fine, because it has triple tap. Heck, even something else with Surrounded on it is good too. If you want to let the Scions stay alive. Which I know I haven't been doing, but I'm playing it the safer way. Put that one on top. Banner War is gonna run out again, so I'm not gonna send him, that way I can keep it up. Do a little bit of damage. What I want to do is not send him to Final Stand from up top, because if I do that, then I don't have time to go and recollect ammo. So I'm gonna send him to Final Stand on the bottom floor. Banner War's running out again. I might have the ammo for it, but I feel like it's still a better idea to send him. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump down from here. Look for ammo. So what I did right there was just grapple up straight to get my Banner of War going, because you don't want to have to just run into a billion enemies, and catching them right when they spawn tends to make it really easy. I know I'll get my grapple back. still have a wizard to kill. There we go. Gotta make sure we have Banner War going before we go into Final Stand, so... I don't feel comfortable with that. So we're gonna go again. I was just looking based on timing and how much time it would take to teleport. The wizard is still up on the left. Or on the right. So... I swear she was. More you know, I guess. This should be fine. Ah, no, I wanted to kill them. You want to hug the right pillar during this final part and just keep on... You have infinite time. I'm letting my Banner of War pack back up, because it's, getting a little bit low health. I mean, you don't want to wipe now, right? Easy solo flawless. It's not as nerve-wracking as you think. Just take your time, keep Banner War up. Teleport takes 3-4 seconds. It's really not that bad.